So let me introduce myself. I'm Satish Ambersanghe, co-founder of PragyanAI. PragyanAI is a edutech company startup. We work with the engineering college students, BCA students, and even working professionals, training them in data science and machine learning and AI program. Uh, Usually, we engage the students from first year, second year, and even in third year. And sometimes we also engage the people with the final year also. So, but most of the times we engage with the first year and second year, and some extent third year, and some extent final year students actually. The intention of these programs is actually how should we help these people to learn the skills which is in terms with the industry relevant and get a very good jobs. And most of our programs, what we do is actually very affordable in nature, so that students will be paying very nominal fees initially, and most of the time he will be paying uh, most of the course fees he will be paying when he get a job. And most of the intention of this program is actually make sure that like you should get at least 2x count the salary. It's like with this program, without this program, at least if assume that like without this program, if you are getting at like 3 lakhs, 3.5 lakhs, with this program, at least you should be able to get 5 lakhs, 6 lakhs, 7 lakhs, up to 2x of the salary what you're supposed to get without this program. That is the one intention. Second intention is actually like build the solid profile. It is not that like just getting a job. So it is a something like a scaling up to the next level. So we want you to make become a best engineer, and you can compete with the top colleges in Karnataka and all, or something that like you should level your scale, the level of your IQ or intelligence in this space or the skill level to the match to the top colleges students actually. That is another objective, because placement is anyhow it will happen, but making sure you compete with the top guys is another objective. And another thing what we do is actually we train lot of industry relevant kind of the courses. So being me from NIT Surathkal, worked 18 years in industry, and I was there till the top management kind of role with getting 5 lakhs per salary. We know in and out about what kind of tools, what kind of projects the industry looking for. So we help you to learn those kind of a tools. We help you to learn those or do those kind of the projects, which help you to get a very good jobs. And we have a tie up with around 100 plus kind of MNCs, startups, so who pay very high salary. So we usually like you people to learn very in a deeper level and do a lot more hands-on works, lot more projects, lot more internships, and get a high paying jobs. That is our intention. And the second thing is actually we not only support now, but we also support throughout your career. So means like even after 2 years, if you want to change a job, so we have a job portal, we have a community, we keep supporting you. And if you wanted to start a startup, we wanted to support you. It's like we are supporting you, like you will be becoming alumni of us, and we'll be supporting throughout your career. So that is the key intentions. Like what we are saying is actually whether you are a BE or whether a BSc, whatever it may be, if you learn, like there is a three kind of programs is there. One is actually 3 years, another is a 1.5 years actually. So if you learn these two programs, we will make sure that like you should be at the top level kind of a skills in the data scientist in the industry. So that is what we do. And we also want you to compete with the top college, like leaving out NIT and IIT. The curriculum is such a way that if you do perfectly this, whatever we say, so you can compete with the other top college, like in Karnataka, like RV or BMS. So we want you to level up your skill level, compete with these kind of guys and get the job or the placements equivalent to those guys. That is the objective of this class, because the thing is like curriculum is very good, and the people who will be teaching you who is the industry experience like me, who has like working in a top companies, getting 5 lakhs kind of like 3 lakhs, 5 lakhs, 10 lakhs kind of a salary per month. Those are the guys who will be teaching you, and those are the guys who will be hands-on kind of things. Like, so they are not that like a theoretical kind of guys, but they have developed it and implemented it, and they know it in and out about. Those are the guys who will be teaching. So since curriculum is good and the teachers is good, and we have a connected to the corporates who can hire you, so that is the reason what we are saying is actually if you do these programs very well, you will be able to get the job equivalent to the top colleges. So that is the intention of the things. Like, so I'm not going in detail, but in simple sense, in a simple sense, if I have to tell, so there will be 8 skills you will be learning, basic skills kind of things you will be learning. One is actually core foundation. So most of the people will learn about data structure, algorithm, C programming, object oriented, and all those things, which help you to crack the written test and technical round or like a test kind of things, and also in the interviews. So one is the skill sets you should be learning, and the second skill set is actually what you will be learning is actually about the data science. So you'll be learning the data science, and we have divided into either it is a 4 semester, either it is a 6 semesters, depending on when you join. If you are joining first year, second year, it will be 6 semesters. And if you are joining in third year, it will be 3 semesters or 4 semesters, depending on when you are joining. So what every semester you will be learning certain kind of skill sets, which will be helping you to get a very good job. So it is not that like 1 or 2 things. And most of the things like what will be, so if you learn first or second semester itself, you will be able to get a job. But we want you to get a very high paying jobs, like so you should continue till the completion. And these semesters are not 6 months. It is actually that the curriculum we will be teaching you. Most of the things is actually live sessions. Even if you look at actually Python things or like Python programming, most of the classes what you learn in even in college actually like only the basic and foundations. But what we do is actually we go a little bit deeper into that, like so that you can compete with the top guys and get very high paying jobs. So you will have a lot more things like so in the Python and even in the database. So we also teach the database, SQL, NoSQL. We also teach statistics. We also teach Excel based analytics. We also teach you TableView, one of the topmost tool, data visualization, and we in multiple libraries there. And we also teach data science with the multiple case studies, like around 10 case studies across healthcare, logistic, and all those things. Because practical, it is more about hands-on kind of the curriculum where you will be learning while developing it. It is not that a theoretical kind of curriculum. It's like every model, every sessions, whenever we try to press, even like I will demo how about the Python also. Like when we teach, you will be doing parallelly to that actually. It is not that like only theoretically and something like that. Like so every model, like so when we see data visualization, you will be trying to build the visualizations. Like so there is no nothing like that, you won't be that. Like so like let me show you that like when we do the visualizations, you will be doing like the course itself is such a way that like you will be doing multiple visualization charts in the course only. It is not that theoretical. So just an example I'm trying to show you. So this is how we'll be teaching. So when we see this is an introduction, and now immediately we'll show that like how you will be using the library, how you will be plotting the chart, and gradually we'll build. So simple plots, then how gradually we'll explain, and then how we will be doing in a complex kind of, like we will go to the complex kind of the charts. So means like what I'm trying to say here is actually curriculum is such a that like we will slowly start and improve, increase the depth, the deeper into, and you will be learning much more. Like so like not that like we won't be teaching 1 2 charts or something that like most of the people say that 3 4 charts is enough, but we will be teaching around 30 40 charts, which is useful in the industry. And you will be doing not 1 or 2 kind of a case studies, you will be doing 10 plus kind of case studies. And see, the reason intention here is actually like improve, increase your skill level and upskill to the level to the top college students. Actually, that is the intention. You can even compete with the top colleges in this space, in the data science and AI, in skill sets. So that is the intention. And every model wise, there will be quiz will be there, and all content, everything will be available. Recorded sessions will be there, live sessions will be there, quizzes will be there, and anytime you can ask doubts. So the intention here is actually like help you to learn more effective way and build a lot of projects all along the projects. Like you'll be completing 2 to 3 projects, and you'll be doing a lot of internships also. It's like the career, the intention here is actually build your profile such a way that like uh, your profile standouts compared to the other college students, guys. Actually, that is the intention, and you should be able to get very jobs. Like, so if you see actually every semester there will be one small and this projects is actually not like anything. So it will be based on what you will learn. So if you learn the table view and machine learning, based on table you will be doing that. Like if you learn some other things like NoSQL or database and Python, you will be doing that. You will be one in Python and database, one in data science, one in the table BI. So like that, you will be doing a lot of projects and you will be doing internship. This course is including everything. So it is not that like it will just only something. And you will be like, we also help you to 3 internship, 5 projects, soft skills, project management skills, like how to build a project, how to start a project, like whole the ecosystem, like life cycle of a project development, what are the tools you will be using. So it's like, so by the time when you complete this program, company should be fighting to hire you. That is the intention of this program, so that like you will be ready to deliver from the day one. We also help you to how to build a proper CVs and LinkedIn profile, and also we will conduct the mock interviews, and we also place you. The program fees is actually very nominal, I said. No, so even if it is like the 3 years program, if you compare anywhere, it will be to something like around 2 to 3 lakhs actually. But what we say is actually no need to pay the entire money initially. Like what we said for you people especially is actually like 10,000 per year, 5,000 per semester you will be paying, and then the remaining money when you get the job. And if you are not able to get a job, we will be refunding the money whatever we collected. Means like it will be zero cost. Means like you got so many certificates, you got so many internships, everything will become free if you're not able to place. So whatever the money, like 10,000, 10,000, 10,000, whatever you have taken, that will be refunded to you. And if we able to place you at 5 lakhs, then you will be paying the remaining money. So nobody is giving. And irrespective of with us, actually, if you are going for just a internship and in a project, so you anyhow you will be costing, you will be paying that much money. So that is the intention of the course. So any doubts here? So before we start Python programming and other things, any doubts? Just brief overview about the program, and you will be learning everything. So deep learning, NLP, machine learning, cloud computing, DevOps, big data related things, free internships, core CS, Python programming language, database. It's like everything necessary for you to get very good job, not the basic job, very good job. And if we are not able to place, you will be getting everything free. So we'll be refunding back your money. And if you are able to place, if you got a job, then you will be paying the remaining money. So any doubts here?
No, sir.
Okay, so there is one 3 years program is there for of the first year, second year students. There is 1.5 years program is there for third year kind of students. This is it is actually like a same kind of a curriculum, but it is a condensed, like more number of classes will be there per week. So for if you second year, first year, only 2 classes per week will be there. Like if it is a third year, then 3 classes, then 4 classes. Like the number of classes will increase and the same content. So that is what we'll be delivering, and same thing. So you will be learning all those things. So the fees also, like in the since like it is only 3 semesters, you will be paying 5,000, 15,000. And if you are not able to place, you will be refunding that money. And after placement, you will be paying that one. This is all about our program. And for 8 semester also we have short 6 months, but here we are not guaranteeing the job, but it is a skill related things. So we will be training the entire content in a much more faster way, but we'll be charging 12,500. But it will be internship will be there, projects will be there. But if you want us to place, then again 15,000 will be charging for your placement support. That time we will be training you in live sessions, and we'll be filling the gaps and will be placing. And if you are not able to place, that 15K will be refunded, but not the 12,000. But like because the duration what we have is less actually, but still we'll place, because there are some cases are there. Somebody who has done with us only one project, one internship also got placed. But the thing is like why we take the longer duration program is because if you do more things, you will be getting very high jobs. The intention is not to place it like 4 lakhs, 5 lakhs. Intent is to place it like 6 lakhs, 8 lakhs, 10 lakhs, 12 lakhs, 15 lakhs. And if you learn more and if you done more projects, more as hands-on things, you chances of getting high salary. So that is what our intention is there. So that's it about from us actually. What I will start right now is actually we'll start with the Python programming. Any doubts here so far about the courses?
No, sir.
Okay. So first thing what we will discuss actually, like I hope you already joined the sessions, but the intention here is actually like what is the program. So first, see the most fundamental question what I ask everybody is actually, because most of the people are afraid of writing programs. So first we'll discuss like what exactly means by program, what exactly means by programming language, what exactly means the programmer. So I hope you people are comfortable in English, correct? Do you want me to explain in Kannada also?
No, sir. English.
Fine, fine. So first thing, anybody who can explain what is a program? Anyone? Anybody who studied programming?
It is a set of instructions to perform a task, sir.
Very good. See, two things are there terms. One is a set of instruction, and the second is actually to complete a task, or complete or like execute a task, or do the certain kind of task. See, program, when we write a program, we wanted to complete certain task. See, even if you see the QR code, when you write in a code for QR code, then you scan it and then you pay. It's like you are trying to do one activity. So that is what is a task. So it is not just like if I write something, it doesn't perform any activity, it doesn't do anything, then it is not a program. So program is set of instruction which performs certain specific task. So it can be as big as a QR code or as small as like identifying a number prime or not. So if I give an input 5, then the program should say that like, yes, it is a prime number. If I give input 6, then it should say that like it is not a prime number. So that is the thing. So simple terms, like no need to buy at anything. So because it has to complete a task. No, when you are writing a program, so you should solving a problem or you're performing a task. So that task has to be there, because there is no point in writing a program, it doesn't do anything. Why IT people are getting paid more? The intention why the company pay us more, and the thing is because when we write this kind of a program, this software can be replicable and can be used everywhere. So QR code thing, no? So what happens actually, you once if I write a software, that QR code can be posted everywhere, or like booking a ticket in bus ticket. So what happens actually, you can add any number of buses, any places, one place to another places. So once if you develop that, actually that it reduces the number of resources necessary for doing that. So instead of that, actually there should be one collector always collecting the money, or one person who is always giving the ticket. So that is reduced actually. You can download them. It's like there is no need to have a office and then ticket booking counter and all those things. So that is the intention. The people, lot of times what is happening actually, IT companies are transitioning every kind of a jobs, and everywhere software is entering, and that is what like, so means like intention, what I'm trying to say here is actually when you write a program that should perform certain specific task, so that is called program. So is it clear? So what is a program? Why we write program? Any doubts?
No, sir.
Okay.
No,
The
sir.
next thing is actually, the next thing what it comes in our picture mind is actually what is programming or programming language, because there are three terms are there. One is program, we understood. Next is a programming, another is a programming language. So what is that actually? So now when we are communicating, so what is the language we are communicating? We are communicating in English, or it may be another language, because whatever I'm trying to say to you, or whatever I'm trying to teach, you are able to understand, you are able to respond, correct? So something similar to, if I write a program in a language, if computer understands it actually and does the things what I ask for, then computer is understanding that, like, and that language is called the communication between the machine and the human beings, and machine understands it and executes it and does performs activities what is asked for, then that language is called programming language. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
So there are so many languages are there. So many languages are there. The way we have languages, no, we have Hindi, we have Kannada, we have something, we have that, these, so many languages are there. So like that also in computers also so many programming languages are there. So C++, MATLAB, HTML, Python, Scala, Java, PHP, C, lot more things are there. And there is a machine code and all those things are there. But what is the what we need to understand here is actually there are three types of the languages are there. One type of a language is called high level programming language, and another type of language is called mid programming language, another is a machine language. So one is a high level programming language, and there is a mid programming language, that is assembly programming kind of a languages, and there is a machine languages. What is this actually? See, finally, see, when we write a program, that program has to be executed on a computer, correct? It has to be executed on a computer. Computer is a machine. So this machine has to understand, correct, what I have written. So machine understands the machine language. Any machine understands the machine language. But what we are writing is a Python or Java. So these programming languages are called high level language, because these programming languages are simple for us to write a program. Because who is writing the program? We are writing the program. We are the programmers. So if it is too difficult to write a program, then nobody will be interested in writing such kind of programs. So these programming languages are very simple to write a programming language. English like programming languages actually. So things are like for, or because we understand these terms, and for us it is very easy to write the program. So that is the reason these programming languages called high level programming language. But this programming language is not understood by the machine. Machine understands the machine code programming language. What is that programming language? It is a binary things. What is a binary? You people knows what is a binary numbers? Anybody? What is meant by binary number?
That includes digits.
What? What kind of digits? Zeros and one, correct? Zeros and one. See what
Yes,
we what we understand is actually decimal numbers. Decimal number means like 0 to 9. So our number system is decimal number system 0 to 9. But the computer understands binary systems, that is 0 and 1. So machine language is actually written in binary numbers. So that machine understands that actually. So it will be something that, like, if I, instead of writing, so let me write one simple code and I will explain you. So now let me see that, like, if I have to write adding a 2 number, if I have to write a add 2 number, so something that, like, if I say C is equal to A plus B, and before that, if I say A is equal to 10, B is equal to 20. So it is very easy for us to understand, correct? Instead of that, if I write something that like 0 0 0 0 1 0 1 1 0 0 2 1, means like first statement, and something like for second statement 1 0 1 0, something like these are a binary one. So if I say something like that, and if I, for third statement, if I say something that like, so 1 0 0 0 1 1 0, do you able to understand what is done here? Is it easy to understand, or this one is easy to understand?
first one, sir.
So yeah, so that is all. This is a machine code. So each machine has different code. Let me show you some examples of machine code also. So machine code for Intel. So let me show machine code for Intel. Machine code for, like, if you see that, like, this is how the machine code will be there. So if you see here, machine code will be, is it visible now?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So if you see here, actually, like what I'm trying to show here is actually I'm not going the entire thing, but let me show adding to number instead of that way. Machine code for adding to numbers. So this is a machine code for adding to numbers. Now, is it able to understand this one? 000100000100000. This is the machine code to add two numbers. Fine. So this is how the machine code looks like. So these machine codes machine understands. Then the question will come that like who is the one person who is translating from the high level to the low level? Who is that guy? So something that like if I am able to talk in English, and if you people doesn't know the English, but you only know the Kannada, then how we both has to communicate? There should be some intermediate person who translate Kannada, English to Kannada, Kannada to English, correct? So there should be some translator, then only we can communicate. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So something similar to that, there will be some kind of called a compiler interpreter. They will be translating the program in high level to low level kind of programs. So there should be some softwares which we will be using. Those kind of softwares are called interpreter or compiler. Like why I'm trying to say is actually, see, in when say programming language, we should know that like what is a programming language and what kind of type programming languages are there. There is a high level programming language. There is a mid-level programming, that is assembly kind of programming language, and there is something called a machine level programming language. So that machine code is actually, if Intel is there, Intel A86, like, so that is programming language is called AI32 instruction set. So if it is ARM processor, is ARM different. If it is a different processor, they're different. So depending on which system is the computer, so that in the machine code will be there. But irrespective of what machine I'm using, whether I'm executing in the smartphone, most of the smartphone is ARM based processors. Most of the laptops are Intel based actually, or some other systems like high-end servers, maybe some other processors. So whether we wanted to write a program, whether we wanted to execute in the smartphone, whether we wanted to execute in the computers, we wanted to execute in the servers, we just write a Python code. I'm not bothered about whether I'm executing in Intel, then I have to convert into Intel, or whether I have to convert into a smartphone related processor. No, not necessary. But we only write in a high level programming language. And there is a one person that is called compiler or interpreter is a one who will be converting it actually. So in a simple sense, like what we understood is actually what is a program, what is the programming language, and type of the programming language. So any questions here? Who doesn't understand what is a program, what programming language, and type of the programming language?
Understood.
Okay.
Understood, sir.
So the next thing is actually who is a programmer? The person who writes the program is a programmer. And who is a program? What is meant by programming? Programming is a process of writing the program. So programming is actually a process of writing the program. So let us see that like what is the process of writing a program. So now we will see that like how should we start writing the program. So instead of jumping into all those things, actually like we'll just look into, if I have to write a program, how should I write a program? Any doubts?
No, sir.
Okay. The first step, what we will be doing is actually, first step is understand the problem. So what is meant by understanding the problem? So when you write a program, so you should understand for what I'm writing a program, because what is a program? Program has to solve certain task, correct? Solve certain problem. So if you are not understanding the problem, then how can we write a program? Is that clear? So first step is actually understanding the problem. Understanding the problem is like what? So understanding the problem and understanding the input and output. What is the input and output? See, if I say identify a number is prime or not. Identify a number is prime or not. Is prime or not. So if is a prime is or not is the question. So for this question, what would be the input? Input will be, I will be entering a number. So number like 5, or number like 6, then what will be the output? Output will say, yes, it is prime number, or no, it is not prime number. So we understood, see, what is the input will be given and what is the output will be given. And what is the task it is trying to do? Identify whatever the given input is prime or not. So do we understood the problem correctly? Okay. So why I'm saying that like understanding problem is very, very important. Let me say that like another problem. Print the prime numbers up to 100. So is both problems are same? Is both problems are same or different?
Different, sir.
Because in the first problem, I will be giving a input number and I will be saying yes or no. In the second problem, I will be giving print up to n. When I say up to n, I will be giving n number. But here, the number n is not, I'm not identifying number n is prime or not. But what I'm trying to say is up to that number, how many prime numbers are exist. So for starting from 1. So for example, if I give 10 up to 10, then what I should be doing? So prime number is 2, 3, 5, 7. If I give 20 up to n 20, then my prime numbers output will be, so this is the input. What is the output? Output will be 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, 17, and 19. So these are the prime numbers. It's like input and output will change. So you need to understand the problem very well. That is the first step of writing the code. Programming. Is that clear? So most of the times what happens actually, people will fail writing programming because they were not able to understand the problem very well. If you are not able to understand the problem very well, then you cannot write the code very well. So you will be doing a lot of mistakes. That is the first thing. The second thing is actually you should be doing, you should, after understanding the problem, you should start designing the solution or algorithm. So what is the designing the solution and algorithm means what? What exactly? So let us go a little bit deeper into that. So what is meant by designing the problem or solution? So first we should know that like, how should we start thinking about writing a program? So now we should know a little bit about the what all the kind of statements we can write in programming language. If you think about programming languages, what kind of statements or what kind of different statements types are there available in program? What kind of activities are there? So let me say, instead of going there, let me say that actually think about our day-to-day activities before I jumping into it. Like for example, you are a student, so every time you will get up and you will go for a college, and you will go for college every day. So what are the activities you will do? So getting up is the first activity, brushing is the second activity, then doing some small exercise is second activity, then taking bath is another activity, then breakfast, taking breakfast, and then what is called dressing up, and then going to college, then coming back. So what is this actually? One activity, another activity, another activity, another activity, another activities, one after another activities are called sequential activities, correct? Sequential statements. So sequential activity means like in programming language, we call them as actually sequential statements, like one after another, one after another. So we should know that like what is the first thing we should be doing, what is the second thing we should be doing. We know how to get ready for college, correct? So what is the first step, what is the second step, what is the third step? In programming also, we should know what is the first step, what is the second step, what is the third step. So that is what we should be thinking in while writing an algorithm. So first step is actually, what is that actually? If I'm trying to find out a prime number is prime or not, first step is actually reading a number. So read a number. So user will also give. Then second step, so much like that, something like a sequential, what kind of sequential statements I should be having to write the program. So is it clear? Is it clear?
Yes,
The second thing is actually, there's something called a conditional statement comes. So what is that conditional statement? We should also think about like, is there any conditional statement are there? So take an example of in our same thing. So while going to school or college, Suddenly rain comes. What you will do? You will take umbrella. If there is no rain comes, then you don't take the umbrella. So it's like what happens actually? There is a condition you are trying to check. So what is the condition? If there is a rain, if it is a rain, then I will take umbrella. If there is no rain, no umbrella. So something means like we do that normally, correct? So here also there is a conditions will be there, conditional statements. So instead of going step by step, so there should be some conditions. So for example, what is a condition for prime number? What is a prime number? A number is divisible by 1 or itself. So either it should be divisible by 1 and itself, there is no other number should divide that number, then only it will be prime number, correct? Yes or no? What is a prime number? What is a prime number? A number is divisible by 1 and itself. No other numbers can divide that number, is called prime number. So if it is a 5, 5 is only divisible by 1 or divisible by 5. Neither 2 divides it, neither 3 divides it, neither 4 divides it. So because of that reason, it is a prime number. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So now, what is the condition here? So if it is, if this number, like if I give a number x, if that number is divisible by 1 and x, then only this and this, then it is a prime. It divides other than this 1 and x, there is something else, then not a prime. Means like here conditional statement is there, correct? So it's like so we need to find out what is that conditional things is exist in that while writing a prime number. So first is what all those sequential statements, steps, and what all those conditional statement I need to take. What is the conditional statement I should be getting it to go? So because what is the conditional here? If the number is divisible by other than 1 and x, then it is not a prime number. If it is not divisible by other than these things, then it is a prime. There is a condition there. So then what is the other thing actually? So other thing what we do, loop kind of things. Like what is the loop kind of things? When we do one day see whatever the steps we do for going to college for one day, same thing will be repeated for next 5 days, next 10 days, next 1 year. So like that only, what is that actually? It is a looping. It's like same kind of statements will be keep on executing next day, keep on executing next day, keep on executing next day. So what you are trying to do, you are trying to repeat the things. So what you are trying to do? So for example, I have done step 1, step 2, step 3. So step 1 may be getting up, step 2 to taking brush, then exercise, and something like all these steps. You are looping. This is all the set you are trying to do for Monday also, Tuesday also, Wednesday. It's like what is that actually? These steps are keep on repeating every day. So same thing similar to that. We also do some certain kind of task completely repeating. So that is called looping kind of a statement. It means like whenever we are thinking about writing an algorithm, we should think about in these 3 terms. What is the sequential steps? What is the conditional step? And what is the loop kind of steps? Can we use those kind of things? Where is a loop necessary? Where is a loop not necessary? So take in the case of the same prime number. So if I have up to n number, what I will bring? First, I will be checking whether number 1 is prime or not. Then I will be checking same step I will be using to check the number 2 is prime or not. Same step I will be trying to check number 3 is prime or not. So it's like I will be repeating for each. How long? Up to n means like up to n number. So it's like these things you should be able to think. Then only you can write. So it's like why I'm trying to explain now. So if you understood what are the key components of the programming language, then you think in that line actually what are the sequential statement, what is those called conditional statement, what is those loop statements, and step 1, step 2, step 3. If you try to write, then you are able to write the algorithms. We'll discuss this in detail when you enroll the program and when we discuss about data structure and algorithm and how to write the algorithms, how to come up the algorithms, all those things for each programs. Like so this algorithm is a difficult portion and you have to do multiple programs. When you do the multiple programs, your algorithm thinking will be improved. And the next thing what is left out is actually step 3, that is called converting this algorithm into a program. So depending on which programming language we are trying to do. So if you are writing a program for Python, then algorithm can be converted into Python programs. If you are writing in a Java, then this algorithm you can convert into Java. If you are writing something, so it's like the thing is actually the first two steps will be same, but depending on which programming language you are writing, so respective programming language you should be using to write the code. So these are the basic 3 steps will be there. So we'll discuss this in a detail when we start to do some basic programming things. So any doubts, anybody not understood? These things is called solving a program, writing a program, or it will be called programming. So the steps in writing the code. Any questions? So if you wanted to become very good in programming, you should have a good knowledge about data structure algorithm, logical thinking and problem solving thinking, experts in the programming language, and experts in the tools to write a program. So we'll explain, like I said, no, so high level to machine level conversion is a compiler, and lot more other tools is necessary to execute the program. So we'll discuss that also. Today we'll be discussing some extent about IDE, what is IDE, how to write a Python program, and program Python related things, but we won't be discussing about data structure algorithm. But when you enroll the program, we'll be doing that. Any questions here? So if you become experts in these things, you will be good at writing a code. Any questions?
Sir.
Yeah.
Hello, sir. Excuse me, sir. My name is Kavya.
Yeah, tell me.
Sir, have doubts about a fee structure.
What is the doubt?
And this, sir,
Yeah, tell me. What is the doubt?
initially per month pay ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾ all 1 year, sir? ಈ program duration ಎಷ್ಟು
See,
ದಿನ ಇರುತ್ತೆ?
which semester you are there now?
Third semester, sir.
So you will be paying per semester. Per semester 5,000 is that? Yeah, per semester. Initially you will be paying 5,000, and then after the modules are completed, then you will be paying the another 5,000. So gradually you are paying, not paying entire money in one go.
Okay, only one semester we should pay 5,000 only, sir.
See, first, like, see, if you let me go back to that this one. So let me show here. See, first is actually we'll be starting this semester. So first semester will be starting. So you'll be paying for first semester. When these modules are completed, then we move to the second semester. So then you will be paying for second semester. So then we will move. So like every semester you keep on paying. So it will be divided into multiple things, and it includes all the internship. It includes all the projects what we are trying to do. And we will be signing in a MOU after one semester, saying that you should see, you should be attending all the classes and all those things. And if you are not able to place you, we'll be refunding the money. So,
okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
any doubts other than that? The remaining thing, like after you get a job, that is actually like after you start getting salary, you'll be paying, not now. So depending on what salary you are getting, if you are getting 5 lakhs something, you are getting 10 lakhs, so something like that is how it is there. Fine.
Sir,
Yeah, tell me.
what will be the timings, sir, of online session if we enroll?
It is actually like evening sessions or weekend sessions or during holidays. And if there is a internals, there is a exams, there will be gaps will be given, because it has to run along with your program, correct? So if there is a internals, will be gap will be there. If there is a holiday, there will be gap will be there. So holiday means like 1 or 2 holidays, but most of the times we will be covering in during evening hours, during weekends, during holidays time. So
Yes,
that,
sir.
and only 2 sessions per week, each of 2 hours. And as and when there is a model completed, then doubt clearing sessions and lab sessions, like after certain times we will be giving the programs and you will be completing that, and then we'll be discussing out how to write. But because it is more programming and more hands-on, like, so when you complete the Python program, you'll be writing 200 programs. It is not like just like a college things, like only 10 or 20 programs. If you do lab is done, it is not like that. Like, so you'll be doing those many things. The thing is like, so, and if you have any doubts, so it will be there, and all the materials will be available in the classrooms. Let me show you that. Actually, all the materials, like even if you're missing something, some classes also, you will be able to refer that. So all the materials, all the PPT, all the code files, everything will be available. So I will show you some sample things so that like you can refer it, you can, and books, soft copies of books, everything will be available on the Google Form. So you can refer, you can ask actually, like, let me show you something. So videos also will be there. Like, let me show certain examples here. So this is how the structure looks like. So one-on-one model wise, we will be uploading. So for example, in Python coding, introduction class. So the PPT is there. So second class, the class video is there. So ID, when I'm explaining, that is there. So extra, what are the things I'm explaining. So like, so whatever I'm trying to explain about computer fundamentals and whatever the, see, it also includes about the code files also, like whatever the code files we used in that. Like, so this is a code files, like you can access and download the code files. So like that, like everything materials will be available, and there will be quiz will be there, codes will be there, lab sessions will be there. But two sessions per week, and here and then there will be lab sessions. It has to go along with your, like, and there is a internals, there is a exams, gaps will be there, and after exams, semester gaps, we will be taking more classes. It has to go along with your curriculum. Is it clear?
Yeah, sir. How many languages, sir?
See,
Only
programming.
AI.
See, the thing is, like, if you think about, we focus on the module wise things, like, so around 30 plus tools you will be learning, like Excel sheets, Python programming, MATLAB, Python, NumPy, Pandas, Tableau, Power BI, cloud computing, like around 30 plus tools you will be learning, software tools you will be learning. Around 6 key skills you will be learning, core foundation like SQL, so Python, CS core skills, data science core skills, business analysis core skills. So we will be learning, and cloud computing, DevOps, machine learning, deep learning, NLP, chatbot. So these kind of skills you'll be learning, and along each skills you'll be learning multiple tools. And in the programming language, we teach the programming language of Python mainly. But apart from that, we also have a complementary things actually, like you will be getting know about something like basics about C, C++, Java. So, and some basics about, because we wanted to place, because the intention here is actually you learn one skill very effectively. And I said, like when I explained here, programming language doesn't matter. So you may be having something that like all people are saying only more programming language, more job. No, it is not like that. All the logic will be saved, depending on, instead of writing into Python, you will be writing in Java. So what we will be doing actually, like we have one crash course where we'll be teaching C, C++, Java in a fast phase after we become experts in Python programming and SQLs. So the thing is, like, the intention here is actually don't become a jack of all, become a master of one and get a very high paying job. Is it clear? I think that I
Yes, sir.
explained. Yeah. So that, and the thing is, the responsibility of placing is with us actually. Responsibility of explaining is with us. Only thing what you should be doing is actually whatever we say, attend the classes regularly, attend the assignments, quizzes, what all the things. Rest all leaves with us actually. Any questions? So shall we move back to the Python? Any doubts about the course? Okay. So shall I go back to the Python? Okay then. So now the thing why I'm trying to explain these steps and other things. See, a lot of people get afraid of what Python programming or any programming is difficult. But if you understand what all the things are necessary in the writing the program, and if you become experts in these things, and if you write around 100 200 kind of programs hands-on, and your programming will become much more easy. And if you are become good at one programming language like Python, then writing program in another programming language is much more easier. See, something that like we learn one language. No, when you become experts in one language, we learn another language also by very, very fast. Like the effort what we put to learn one language, we won't be putting the same effort to learn another language. So if you are very good at one language, if you have learned half not a right way, then you will face a lot of issues in learning second language, third language. The same thing. So if you learn very good programming language, then conversion. And nowadays actually there is no necessary also. So there is something that like there is a tools are there to convert from Python to Java, Java to Python. So that is also is there. So companies are not focusing. That is the reason when you the company comes to an interview, they will ask either you write C or one programming language, whichever you are interested, because they wanted to think, they wanted to check your whether you are able to think in logical way and are able to write a program. So they won't interested in so many languages. They want to think about like whether if I give a problem statement, whether this person is able to write a program or not, whichever the language you are writing. Is that clear? But in terms of programming language, there are so many programming languages are there. But now why we teach only Python? Now there are multiple reasons are there. It is very simple and easy to learn. Let me explain that. What is meant by simple and easy to learn? So for example, what is the first programming language, first program you will write when you write a programming, trying to learn a programming language? What is the first thing you will do? What program you will write first? When you are learning a programming language, what is the first program you will write? Any questions? Anybody? What is the first program you write? Hello world program, correct? Yes or no? Printing hello world, correct? You guys are there? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So how should I write a printing a hello world? So in Python, it is very, very simple. There is a keyword called print. And in the bracket, I will say hello friends. Fine. So I will be executing it. I will be executing this. So how easy it is to write this actually? Only one line, print, and in the bracket, in the quotes, I am trying to print whatever. In the quotes, whatever I wanted to print. So this bracket has to be there, this bracket has to be there, this print has to be there. So same thing if you are to write in a C programming language, what you should be doing? What should we will be doing? So in C programming language, there are multiple things are there. What are the things you should be doing? Anybody knows it? We can explain. First, hash include std.h. Then wide main bracket. Then something that like print. So return. So it's like so many lines of the code you should be writing. So that is the reason what I'm trying to say is actually Python is very simple and easy to learn. Let me do another thing. So if you wanted to add two numbers, how should you do in the Python programming? Simple. A is equal to 10, B is equal to 20, C is equal to A plus B, and I'm trying to print it actually. So very, very simple. But the same thing if you want to learn in C, what all things you should be doing? Then again, same thing. So what is the same thing you will be doing? You will be doing something like this. Include std.ih, then wide main, then bracket, and in flower bracket. Then I will be saying int A, then int B, then int C, then I will be saying semicolon here. Then I will be saying A is equal to 10, then B is equal to 20, then C is equal to A plus B, then printf, so then return. So it's like so many lines of code you should be writing. So that is the reason most of the people are getting attracted towards the Python programming, because it is very easy to read and very easy to learn. Any questions here? Anybody not understood? Is it more easy to read and write, correct? This is how we'll do in our notebook, correct? If you have to say add two numbers, okay, x is equal to something, y is equal to something, then x plus y. Simple. So something similar to that we are trying to do in Python. Any doubts? Is it easy to write and
Yes, sir.
read?
Yes,
So
sir.
simple. The second thing is actually it is free and open source. What is meant by free and open source? So this tool, what I'm trying to explain you is a Google Colab, is an IDE tool. So I am accessing from my, what is called my system. And this is running on my Google Cloud. and it is completely free. I'm not paying anything to you. So if you are a student and if you wanted to learn some programming language, you have to buy the software. Like for example, if you want to learn certain language, then you have to buy the tool. Like if you wanted to run Visual Studio, you have to buy the license of Visual Studio. If you want to learn MATLAB, if you want to learn, buy the license of the MATLAB, and you have to pay for that. Do you want to do that? Actually, to learn one programming language, you wanted to pay 5 lakhs, 10 lakhs to buy the license of that thing. So that is what nobody is interested to do that. And that is the reason most of the people will be interested to learn the programming language, which is free and open source. Open source means like the code is very easily available for to look into. So Python is a free and open source actually. So, and we don't need to buy any tools to run and execute the Python programming code. So that is not at all necessary. And that is the freely distributed. All the softwares what you are trying to use, like Google Colab and everything, will be all freely available. You can use it, you can study, you can learn, whatever it may be. And that is the reason for you people, like for students or for somebody who's wanted to learn it, actually, for them it is much more easier to learn. So now why I'm trying to explain, I'm trying to explain why we are focusing on Python. Then it is a high level programming language. I already explained what is a high level programming language, and it is not a low level programming language. And the other reason I already explained you. So another thing is actually portable. I also explained the same thing. If I write a program, Python program, I wanted to execute in my system, whether it is a Mac processor, Mac system, or Windows system, whether it is your smartphone, whether it is a server, whether it is in the cloud. So same program should be able to execute everywhere. That is called portable. The code is executable in everywhere, means like the code should be portable. I can run in any operating system, any platform, anywhere. So that is the reason this Python programs, all these high level programming languages are portable. So next is actually it supports multiple programming paradigm. I will explain that and little bit later on. The thing more important about Python programming language compared to other programming languages is it is extensible. Extensible means like along with the Python program, I can also add C code also in that. I can add Java code also. I can add MATLAB code also. I can add R code also. I can add Java code also. I can add .NET code also. Means like in your program, if you have already written a .NET code, that code can be added to your Python code. So if you have already written something a C++ code, that can be added to the Python code. So while writing code, no, not necessarily like entire thing you should be writing in Python only. Something if it is already written in Python, Java, you can add to this, to the project. So that is the reason Python works with all these kind of, like you can embed all those programming language code also into code, Python code. So that is the reason it is called extensible. Is it clear? What is extensible? Is it clear? No other programming language is like this, except one or two, but I'm saying that like most of the programming languages is not like. You cannot add C++ work together, but may not be C. You cannot add Java code in C. You cannot add MATLAB code in C. So in Python, you can add that actually. And that is the reason a lot of people are preferring Python code. So any questions here? Anybody not understood this extensible? So what we do now, like I think I just wanted to give a brief thing about the Python sessions, and these sessions will keep continuing. But the intention here is actually to give a brief overview of the program. And the next class, we will continue from here because already 1 hour is done. So we will be so we just gave the brief overview of the program, and we gave the what is meant by programming, different kind of programming languages, and we little bit like explained about what is meant by why we should be learning Python programming. So next class we will be covering little bit more about why Python programming, and then we will be covering about what is meant by IDE tools, and we will be explaining how to you open a Google Colab and how should we do. So step by step we will be learning, because we can't cover entire thing in one go. So what we'll do, first step, so we just giving an introduction to the Python programming, what is Python programming, and we just completed basic things like why should we learn Python program. Any questions here so far? Next Sunday, we'll continue from where we left. Any doubts?
No, sir.
So are you people following me? Or if
Yes,
you
sir.
if you are not able to follow me, if you want me to explain in Kannada, also I can explain. But the reason for I'm explaining in English is because in corporate world, you should be able to deal or at least understand what the people are talking. So most of times it will be in English communication. So that is the reason I'm trying to say. But if still some difficulties are there, like not able to, so you can ask in Kannada, I can explain in Kannada, no problem. Any doubts? So fine. So we'll stop here. In next Sunday, we'll continue from where we left. Is that fine?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Bye-bye.